to summarize, plays a very important role in three scenarios. Yes, in interest rate hedging, in long-term hedging, and in the hedging of payables and receivables, which are not yet recorded in your books. Okay, so these are all the cases where hedge accounting is very useful. Now, there are other subtleties here which are important when you consider hedge accounting. For example, in case of exports, right? Are you going to do revenue hedge or are you going to do the cash flow hedge? This is important, meaning your revenue is going to be recognized, let's say a certain date in the future. And after that, 3 months later, your actual cash flow comes through, meaning from the time the revenue is recognized till the cash flow is due, that entire period, there will be an accounts receivable in your books. So that strategy is different from directly hedging the cash flow, not the revenue, but the cash flow. Because the way you treat it matters. The accounting treatment matters depending on the hedge. So if you notice some of the companies, they do revenue hedging. Then what happens is the day the revenue is recognized, the mark to market, the hedge relationship stops there. And after that, it becomes the revenue is recognized based on the original hedge rate and so on. Whereas if you're doing cash flow hedging, on the day revenue is recognized, the hedge is still continuing because that is not your hedge relationship. The relationship is there. So there are these subtleties and intricacies that you can go through once we decide on hedge accounting based on the larger discussion. Once we decide on hedge accounting, then these are the sub decisions that you have to take. Similarly, import, same logic. Payable versus actual cash payment. These are two different times. So the hedge strategy will be different, the hedge relationship will be different, and the way you account for them will be different. In one case, the impact of the hedge will be directly felt in the top line, either revenue or cost of goods sold. In the other case, the impact of the hedging that you've done will be felt in the other income, FX gain loss. So the line items also will differ depending on the kind of decisions you take in terms of which hedge relationship I want to go for. So these are all the aspects that we want to understand before we venture into hedge accounting. And of course, option